Welcome back, beautiful people. I am Braden. This guy right next to me is Tim, and this is an episode of Second Legacy that you are going to love from here into perpetuity because we are here to announce Tim. We need a drum roll for this because we have a new name for guns, Tim. I know you're excited. I can smell it from here. You know, and you called it. You did. We're gonna get it out in a second, but zombie guns, Tim.
Zombie guns. Oh my gosh, what
We
could it
have
be? It's
made
so
it.
scary.
It is.
And yes, I think we talked about this in a previous episode, and
did.
but it was coming
think-
out of the UK, and it
Uh-huh.
was around zombie knives. But I made a prediction, I believe, in that video.
You did. You did. It was so prescient. How'd you do it? How do you do it, Tim? That's the things I ask.
Well, it's because these gun grabbers, people suffering from the leftist mind virus, they're entirely predictable in their behavior.
Wait a minute. It wasn't a benefit for you. It was just so predictable that anyone could see it coming.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I'd love to
I
take
thought
credit.
the magic was Tim.
You know,
I thought it was the Tim magic.
I wanted to say that I was, part of, what was it, the CIA operation Stargate or whatever, where they experimented with ESP and remote viewing. I want to say that I was part of that program. And
I think it was Stargazer. I think it was Stargazer.
Stargazer. But if I told you,
Stargate was a great show, though.
But if I was part of that program, I'd have to kill everybody that just watched this video. And so I didn't tell you that.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
thanks.
No, actually, it wasn't.
It really is impressive.
Yeah, it was impressive, I guess. But like I said, entirely
it was.
predictable.
No, it was. That's very true. Who would have seen? Who would have seen it? Well, as the people of Second Legacy, we owe it to you guys to bring and narrate and add pure, unadulterated mockery to this. But while we do it, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. Tim, I cannot stand the build-up anymore. We've got to play the male version of AOC introducing zombie guns. Dr. Producer, hit it.
Let's talk about gun violence now, and Florida Congressman Maxwell Frost unveiling his latest effort to put a stop to it in the United States. Frost and several other Democrats announcing legislation to stop what they call zombie guns. What are those? They describe them as guns retired from law enforcement, seized by law enforcement, or others taken during those gun buyback programs. And then instead of being completely destroyed, as many of us thought they would be, their parts are then resold.
We don't believe this is the end-all be-all solution to end gun violence. It's one piece in this fight. But when we have a crisis like gun violence that claims 100 lives a day and is the leading cause of death for children, we have to be clear that we need every single solution.
Yeah, Frost doubling down. This is a step in that direction. Congressman Frost has also made the fight against gun violence a key part of his work in D.C. It was a key part of his campaign. The new bill is co-sponsored by 22 other lawmakers, including Florida Democrats Darren Soto and Jared Moskowitz.
You know what I got from that clip?
What?
Oh, my goodness. He had a moment of lucidity there, and he's like, this bill won't change the outcome. I'm paraphrasing.
No.
It won't change the outcome, but we got to do everything we possibly can, because what he's getting at is we just need to ban the guns. This bill isn't going to change anything. We're not going to stop any crime. And I admit that. This is just a piece in the puzzle, the piece in the ultimate puzzle of gun grabbing every single gun in existence. And of course, then he went on with his zombie gun rant. And of course, this is all tied to, you guessed it, folks, the whole uproar over the fact that you had a company out there that was contracted to destroy firearms, who the left didn't want to pay for their services. And so as part of their contract, I guess they didn't read the fine print. They said, well, we'll just, destroy the actual gun, which is the receiver, according to U.S. law. And then the trigger components or the barrel of the handguards will sell for profit, because after all, this isn't a Marxist society yet. And businesses are in business to make money, not to make the left giddy with their anti-Second Amendment, gun grabs. But anyway, so they're going to call these zombie guns built from the parts of these destroyed firearms.
There's zombie guns. You know what, Tim? I would like to introduce to the audience, with your permission, my artistic license that I took around zombie guns. I kind of got in the AI a little bit.
Yeah.
I dabbled.
Yes.
And I came up with some amazing zombie gun images.
And this goes back to our original video where we talked about the UK wanting to ban zombie knives, right? And we were joking that the leftist goons over there, whatever's done in the UK or Australia eventually makes its way over to the United States. And I will admit,
100%.
During my Operation Stargate procedures and my remote viewing, I did not foresee it coming this quickly. But literally weeks later, we have zombie guns in the United States.
Zombies. They're here.
And beautiful
Well,
AI
you know
art
what?
to go with it.
See that? And I would like to throw an Easter egg your way, because I had you in mind when I was drafting up the instructions to make this. And you know what that was? If you're looking at these 4 images, Tim, I included the hammer and sickle.
I know, but AI
and a
screwed
red
it up, but I
cape.
saw it. Yes, I see that.
They did. They tried. They did screw it up a little bit, but there's the red cape. And as you go through all of these images, we've got elements of the hammer and sickle with the zombie gun. We've got like a very like werewolfy kind of vibe with a zombie gun. He's much more Maoist China. Same thing with the third with the third one. We got like the communism flag, kind of like that whole play on that. I mean, it's good. And then the last guy, the last zombie, wrapped and wreathed in communism, because zombie combi. I'm
Zombie
so proud.
commie. That's what we need is a
Zombie
bill to ban zombie commies.
Zombie
Since we're
commies,
making
man.
stupid
Can't have it.
bills. Yeah, let's just make some more stupid laws. Let's just ban zombies.
Exactly.
Oh,
We should.
just zombie
That makes so
anything.
much sense.
Yeah.
But you know what's so creative about it, Tim? And this brings the warmth to my heart, the creativity and the initiative that our illustrious representatives take. We've already gone down the common sense gun reform take. Well, that didn't work. Well, now we have an epidemic of gun violence. Well, that's fading. Ooh, now we have ghost guns, because ghosts are always scary.
Yeah.
What can we do to make
What's
it
scarier than a ghost?
zombies?
Zombies are scarier than guns.
Zombie
So this is like, well, what comes after $1 trillion when we have a discussion about the deficit the U.S. is racking up? Then people go,
but
well, nobody really knows. People have to Google it. 90% of the population doesn't know what comes after $1 trillion, right? So what comes after a zombie? What's scarier than a zombie?
I mean,
Comment down below.
I'm personally, yeah, let us know.
Let us know what's
I
scarier.
lean towards vampire guns or zombies. Hard to top. I'm going to be honest. That's pretty much peak
Well,
scary.
no.
I mean, maybe Sasquatch guns.
We need to break this
those
out.
could be a thing.
Braden, I just thought about this because I'm a zombie fanatic. I love zombie movies. And there's 2 types of zombies. You have the Walking Dead zombie, and then you have the World War Z zombie, right? You have the fast ones and you have the slow ones. So maybe we're in the slow zombie period, and then the next zombie period, we get the World War Z zombies that are fast movers, far scarier.
That's it. That's kind of like Zombieland 2, where they have the T-8000s.
Yes.
These are the T-8000 zombie guns. It's a different element. They've evolved. It's the level of stupid that this is. Again, going back to the serious for a second, they literally... Tim, they took a story from the New York Times about 2 months ago, to where they were upset that gun parts were being sold and then used to create, basically repair other guns, but the guns were still being destroyed. And now 2 months later, we've evolved in the mindset of gun controllers to zombie guns, because the parts are being used in other guns. Therefore, they're reanimated from the dead because they were broken and it is laughable.
I have a warning, right? So this is part of Operation Stargate. And I'm looking to the future right now. I have my Nostradamus bowl of water here. And, and
that looks real weird, by the way. I just want to throw that out.
Oh man.
So what do you see down there, Tim? By all means, tell us.
I don't know if I want to talk about it now.
Okay. Well,
no, but this has to evolve, and I'm thinking maybe we go back in time, because I'm trying to figure out what is scarier than a zombie. You know what? Do you remember the movie Tremors? Is that before your time? It was such a great gun movie.
I was born around the time the rise of the bacon.
Okay,
Kevin
Bacon, the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Maybe we're gonna get into Tremors, or what were those things? The little fur balls. These are bad 80 movies that you would get water on them. Gremlins. Are Gremlins scary? Anyway, okay, I'm sorry.
Gremlins could be it. No, I think it's potentially there.
But look, but in all seriousness, folks, looking down the road, what I really see this evolving into. So some of you watching this might say, well, you know what? I don't really buy parts kits. I don't really care about buying a demilled, whatever part that they get from some gun buyback, right? And you think this doesn't really affect me. Do you like AKs? Do you like building parts kits from firearms that are demilled in Europe and imported into the United States and they're rebuilt into working firearms? This type of legislation will go after those zombie guns too, because they're just a zombie, right? They're built from demilled parts kits. So right now they're talking about, well, we're really concerned about these bans and not the bans, I'm sorry, the gun buybacks and all this other stuff. That's what we're really
Mhm.
focusing on, is because we don't want these guns back into circulation.
Buybacks.
But I guarantee you this will also be applied to those evil assault weapons that have been zombieized and reanimated from the dead and brought back. So it will have a broader reach than what we're currently seeing in the news cycle right now. When the gun grabbers move, they'll say we're going for this little piece right here, but in their mind's eye, they're really trying to get their arm around the entire pie and try to take the whole thing. So
Well,
this is
that's
much
been
bigger
the whole
in
thing
scope.
the whole time.
Yeah,
Dude.
the whole.
Yeah, that's been the whole thing the whole time.
Is this weirder than this, or anyway?
No, I actually prefer when you look at the camera and reach it like you're hugging us,
okay.
versus when you're looking down and you're doing something off camera.
Yeah, okay.
But hey, you know what? I'm not here to knock on your methods, man. I mean, like, whatever brings the Nostradamus effect from Tim over here, or the Stargate, which I love Stargate. I love that movie, or the show rather. You know, Tim.
Yes.
I think we put a pin in the
Have we
zombie
wrapped
thing.
this
Of
one
course we're mocking it. But I mean, if I'm looking at the complete formula for a video, we've added a little bit of introduction to a story. We've hit the kernel of truth of what's actually happening. We've mocked it to the point where it's going to die in the ground. And you look down in an innocuous way towards something and then told the future. So other than that,
Yeah.
I think we're ready to rock.
Yeah,
Then you hugged us.
and I gave a big hug.
That's good.
So comment
You
down
did.
below, guys. What's scarier than a zombie? What's next? Where's the anti-gun movement going to move to next to scare people into supporting the surrendering of their rights? Thank you for watching The Second Legacy, and we'll talk to you guys soon.